You are sitting there, minding your own business, and your body jumps. A little involuntary jolt and a sound you did not ask to make. Hic. And then again, and again. You cannot stop it, you did not start it, and it serves absolutely no purpose. Welcome to the hiccup. Of all the strange things your body does, this might be the most pointless. It does not protect you. It does not help you. It is a glitch. A small, rhythmic malfunction your body runs, fully convinced it is doing something, when it is doing nothing at all. So what is a hiccup? Really, it starts with this. The big, dome-shaped muscle under your lungs. Your diaphragm. It is the muscle that quietly runs your breathing, pulling down to draw air in, all day, without you ever thinking about it. A hiccup is that muscle misfiring. Instead of a smooth, calm pull, the diaphragm suddenly jerks down hard, all at once, without warning. A spasm. And that violent jerk yanks a fast gulp of air rushing up into your throat. You did not tell it to do that. The diaphragm is not really under your control. So the first half of a hiccup is your own breathing muscle twitching like a knee at the doctor and dragging air up your windpipe, whether you like it or not. Now here is the part that makes the noise. At the top of your windpipe is a little flap called the glottis, the gateway to your voice box. The instant that gulp of air comes rushing up, about 1/10 of a second later, the glottis slams shut. And that is your hiccup, that iconic, undignified hic. It is not the air. It is the sound of a door being slammed in its face. Your diaphragm yanks a breath in, and your throat instantly shuts the door on it. Hic. So every single hiccup is two muscles, working perfectly at complete cross purposes. One pulls air in, the other immediately refuses to let it pass. Your body, arguing with itself, out loud, on a loop. And it is not random twitching. A hiccup is a full reflex, with its own dedicated wiring. There is a loop running from your chest and gut, up the vagus and phrenic nerves into a little patch of your brainstem and back down to the diaphragm. A complete circuit, just for this. Which is why hiccups come in bouts. Something pokes that circuit. A big meal, a fizzy drink, swallowing air, a sudden change in temperature, even being excited. And the loop trips. And once it trips, it can get stuck, firing the same pointless command over and over, every few seconds, until it tires itself out. That is the strange dignity of it. This is not your body breaking. This is your body running a real, intact, ancient reflex, perfectly. The problem is nobody can agree on what the reflex is for, and you have almost no control over any of it. You cannot start a hiccup on purpose, and most of the time, you cannot stop one on purpose either. Consider the record. A man named Charles Osborne started hiccuping in 1922 and did not stop for 68 years. 68 years. By some estimates, around 430 million hiccups, completely involuntary, from a circuit he simply could not switch off. Your body installed this thing deep in the brainstem and forgot to give you the off switch. Because here is the thing. In an adult human, a hiccup does nothing useful. Nothing. It does not clear your throat. It does not help digestion. It does not protect your lungs. So why do you have a dedicated brain circuit for a behavior with no job? The leading idea is genuinely strange. It might be a leftover from fish, specifically from the way creatures like tadpoles breathe with gills. To pump water over their gills, they push water in through the mouth and then snap a flap shut so it does not go down into their lungs. Pull in, then shut the flap. Sound familiar? Pull air in with a muscle, then instantly snap a flap shut to block it. The wiring for a hiccup looks a lot like the very old wiring for breathing underwater. The idea is that we never deleted it. We just kept the ancient gill program idling in the brainstem. Now, in fairness, this is a hypothesis, not a fact, and plenty of scientists push back on it. The hiccup is more complicated than a simple gill reflex, and the gill idea does not fully explain why the throat slams shut. So treat the fish story as the best guess, not the final word. And you are not the only animal stuck with this. Cats hiccup, dogs hiccup, rats, rabbits, Most mammals do, which tells you this is not some uniquely human design flaw. It is old, it is shared, and it was inherited, wired into the basic mammalian body plan, long before anything resembling you walked around being embarrassed by it. A glitch with a very long pedigree, but there is one clue that the hiccup is not entirely junk. Babies hiccup. A lot. Including before they are even born. Fetuses hiccup in the womb, constantly, often before they can take a single real breath of air. So one idea is that fetal hiccups are practice. A way to test and wire up the breathing muscles and the nerve that runs them. The phrenic nerve, long before that system is ever needed. The hiccup might be how the body rehearses breathing before the first breath exists, which would mean hiccups had a real job once. In the womb, and maybe in the very first weeks of life, helping a baby clear air while feeding. And then, like so much of you, the job ended and the reflex simply forgot to leave. So how do you stop them? Every folk cure you have ever heard is secretly doing one of two things. The first is holding your breath. That lets carbon dioxide build up in your blood, and that rising CO2 seems to quietly tell the hiccup loop to knock it off. The second is poking the vagus nerve, the big nerve, wired into that hiccup circuit. Swallowing sugar, gulping cold water, getting startled, pulling on your tongue. They sound like superstition, but they all jolt the same nerve, trying to interrupt the loop and reset it. You are, essentially, rebooting the circuit by surprising it. And one genuinely useful thing to know, a normal hiccup bout lasts minutes, but hiccups that go on for days, even weeks, are a real medical thing, and they can be a signal that something else needs looking at. So a quick bout is nothing. A bout that will not quit is worth a doctor. So that ridiculous little jolt is not your body failing. It is your body running a circuit older than your lungs, built for a throat that breathed water, kept alive because it was once useful before you were even born. It is ancient junk code, a reflex with no current job, left running in the background of you, firing off every now and then just to remind you that you used to be a very different animal. This was my curious body. Right now, somewhere in your brainstem, a circuit built for breathing underwater is sitting quietly, fully operational, waiting for a fizzy drink. So the next time you get the hiccups, do not fight it. Just accept that for a few minutes, you are technically running fish software. Hic.